Hey, y'all. Look, I know yesterday was 420, so I had to make sure what I was looking at was a for real show. And it turns out, unfortunately, that it is. So I was looking at this show here. It's called The Never Ever Mets on OWN. And this is just going to be, I'm not going to review this show or anything like that. I'm just coming at you with my thoughts in minutes about this show. Um, okay, so so those who watch it know why I'm kind of dumbfounded. So the premise of this show is you have six couples. They were dating virtually online. They saw pics of each other, and I believe they FaceTime, but they never met in person. Okay, and between the couples, the amount of time dating is ranged from 3 months to 12 years. You heard that right, 12 years. 12 years. Uh-huh. And then one of the couple's been dating for virtually only for 3 years. And they both live in LA and they are 30 minutes away from each other. Go figure. But there are two particular couples that's like troubling. One in particular that should be kicked off the show. Okay. So again, I didn't take notes. I was in my happy place yesterday and I was watching this show. So I didn't take notes. This is not like a formal review of the show or anything like that. So don't come for me in my comments. So it was one particular couple. They are Haitian, I believe. They're both Haitians. The guy name is Chris, I know, and the girl's name is Sandy or something like that. It started to ask saying something. Okay. So he, romanced her when they finally met in person because they stay when they meet in person, they're living together as well. Yeah. So they're meeting together, they're meeting for the first time as well as living together. Okay, to see how they exist outside of the virtual walls. Okay. All right, so they, the Chris dude and the Sand girl, Sanji or something like that. He wines her and dines her. Okay, I mean he is just laying it on thick. He had a helicopter ride for her because he said that she know that's one of the things that she want to do. Me as well. I want to do that. Or anyway, so the date goes fine. So they're back in the house and Chris is talking in the kitchen with all the men, right? And he was saying, I just date women for 3 months and then I ghost them. Just an immature clown. Okay. I've dealt with that. Ugh. Anyway, that's not about me. All right. So she hears it. She goes in the kitchen. She hear him talking. He said, I just I just date women for 3 months and I ghost them. I'm not in a serious relationship. Mind you, this is triggering. No, I'm just playing. It's familiar to me, but triggers, no. Mind you, they were in a exclusive relationship while they were virtually dating. But he's telling the fellas, I'm not committed to nobody. I'm dating this one that. I'm a flirt. So she hears it. She walks to the kitchen and she hears it. He sees her. Let me get closer. He sees her in the kitchen. This is what he does. Shoot, get out of here. Get out of here. It was worse than that though. And then she looked and then she leaves. I was like, what? This is the first episode. They only have one episode out now. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So he's telling her one thing and everybody else another. Girl, run. Okay. All right. So the most troubling couple on here and should be kicked off this damn show because there was some domestic V going on, some DV. Okay. So it's this couple, Alexis, I believe her name is, and Dominique. They've been exclusive virtually dating for 10 months, I believe, right? So they first meet up. She tells, first, before they meet up, she tells the women earlier in the episode, he has a temper. And I was like, hold up. So this Nick, if you know he has a temper, you still want to meet up with him. You're still dating him and you still want to meet him. Ladies, we got to do better. Okay, so she says that, right? This guy is a yogi. He says, like, in his confessionals that he doesn't, you can tell he doesn't like women to be a flirt. Okay, so Alexis is in the kitchen and it's one couple on there. There's one guy, his name is Greg. He's very nice looking. Okay, and he had on some short shorts. So Alexis is standing right behind Dominique. That's her guy, right? And she's like, oh, look at, she got like a little uh, country twang. Oh, look at him. He got on Hoochie Daddy shorts. She kept on saying he got on Hoochie Daddy shorts. He got on Hoochie Daddy shorts. So in Dominique's confessional, he's saying that how he feels that's disrespectful, by her saying that. Fast forward, he is talking to her. He said, how would you feel if I said this woman have a fat ass? She got a fat ass right in front of you. And she said, okay, I get that. I get that. And then she was just like, all I said was, he had on Hoochie Daddy shorts. And then they're like playing. He has like her hemmed up, like really tight. And so she's laughing. So somebody else that's in the house, I think his name is Josh, he's in his confessional. He said, I didn't think anything was wrong. Because yes, they were yelling, but then she was laughing at the same time. So I didn't think it was that serious. So they kind of get a little bit physical where Dominique's the guy, pushes her. He pushed her, y'all. I'm like, ooh, red flag. There go that temper. He pushed her. So, she came back and, they're talking and all of that kind of stuff. And then, again, I'm going off memory. And then he gets in her face. They're in each other's faces. She pushes him, like, to get him away because he was, like, in her personal space. Now, I would have been like, sis, okay. Okay, yes, you could have been defending yourself, but at the same time, you just pushed this man. That kind of escalated what's happened next. Not saying that he did this because of that, because they're both toxic. They're both toxic. So after she pushes him, he grabs her, from like behind, and then he was, she like grabbed his shirt. They're about to go fist to cuffs. And then I'm like, okay, where the producers? They didn't come in and stop this. You didn't see like no shaky camera person behind the camera because he's running into trying to break it up. You didn't see none of that. Okay, you saw one person, one of the guys tried to like break it up. We don't see what happens because it goes off at that point. But I'm like, where the other men? I don't know if they were around or not, and I don't know if they're kicked off, but they need to be kicked off. Will I watch it again? Hell yes. Yes. What kind of question? But they need to be kicked off. They need to be kicked off. This show looks like a hot mess. I'm here for it because my life itself is nothing like that. So I look at shows as entertainment because my real life is not as crazy as that. Okay. Again, it's called The Never Ever Mets and it's on, but I saw it on Max. But yeah, y'all. So I might come on periodically if it's like some other crazy stuff just to voice my concerns. But child, what is going on in the world? The Never Ever Mess. This is some crazy, crazy